So I was working with my department and others on campus to put together a museum exhibit that kind of highlighted the legacy and experience and contributions of the University of Iowa to the entire United States space program. And so as part of 2 years of first-year seminar classes, I brought my students into the University of Iowa archives to look over the many, many boxes of material that supported this very exciting time in U.S. Space history. In addition to actually engaging students with individual boxes from the Explorer 1 and Van Allen Papers archive, one of my other motivations for bringing students into the archive was actually to show them that the University of Iowa has a rich archive and that it's a resource that they may use throughout their careers for even other things that they're studying.
It was just a couple boxes presented, and yet there were hundreds of them stored away, and so we were just seeing a glimpse, and yet knowing how much material there actually was just, it was amazing.
Each student in the class, I think Zach will remember, was assigned a box, kind of, somewhat randomly, and so there were a lot of discoveries that just unfolded in that moment. I was looking for things that the students thought would be great to have in the exhibit.
Right, and so one of the coolest things that happened was when someone pulled out a map, and then suddenly it shows the orbits of the Explorer 1 spacecraft going around the world, which is just mind-blowing to just see put in a box right here, and suddenly we're pulling it out and just looking at it. It's crazy.
And the trajectories that the students discovered on the map were actually hand-drawn with markers. And so we imagine Professor Van Allen and his research team, composed largely of students at the University of Iowa in the fall of 1957 and early 1958, when there was literally a race to get their instrument launched. They were hand-drawing these things these trajectories on a map.
Once I learned that the Explorer 1 spacecraft instrument was built at the University of Iowa, I just sort of realized, oh, this is the place I should go to study space, because we've been around since the very beginning. We were the beginning of space research in the U.S.